Do-do-do. Okay, I think we're live.
Sweet.
All right, we're just going to wait for a few people to join.
8 o'clock sharp.
Hello, Christine. Thanks for joining. Hello, Rose.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Brody. Thanks for joining. So we're just going to give it a minute. So the format we have for tonight, very typical. So we're going to go through the weekly tarot reading that we both have. We've pulled 3 cards. We'll go through them each, and then after that, we'll start doing some live tarot readings. Hello, Alessio. Thanks for joining. I hope I'm pronouncing everyone's names right. So let me just introduce myself quickly. I'm Steve, and my nickname on here, or AKA, is Energy Healing with Steve. And what I do is sound healing, tarot reading, and energy healing, which is the same as Reiki and crystal healing. They all kind of combine in the same format, allowing you to basically shift your energies while you're on the healing bed. And Kat, I'll let you introduce yourself.
All right, thanks. Hi, everybody. I'm Kat. I'm with my company is Well Earth Holistic, and it's a holistic approach to optimal health. So I do Reiki healing for people and pets, and I also am a big proponent of traditional skills and homesteading and growing your own food. And I make my own soaps and cleaning supplies and that sort of thing. And I also read tarot because divination is a great way to exercise your intuition. I've been doing it probably for 30 years now, off and on. So yeah, and I'm really happy to be here.
Perfect. And so for the people that are currently on and live, so think of a question if you want a reading after we go through the weekly tarot reading, and then we will answer your questions. So do you want me to start, or?
I insist.
All right. Okay, so this week, in quick summary, I like the reading that I got pulled for the collective. And so here are the cards. I'm just going to show you the deck that I'm using first. And it is called the Wandering Star Tarot. Okay. And that's by Kat Pierce. So it's a really good beginner deck as well, because it has the hidden messages right on the card. Okay. All right. So we'll start off. The first card that I picked this week is the 5 of Pentacles, and it's in the reversed position. So normally in the upright position, it's about loss. You're struggling. It typically has to do with financial because of Pentacles. It is an earth element, so it's very 3D matrix type. So it's really all about your basic needs. So your home, your money, that kind of stuff. However, in the reversed position, it's no longer about that. It changes. So it is about, like, there's a little bit of financial freedom that comes from possibly a handout from somebody. So somebody being generous, they see that you're struggling and they're going to help you out. Okay, so great card to start off with. The next card is the 3 of Swords, and that one's also in reversed. So the upright position of this card is not very nice. So you can see the swords are going through the woman's heart. It really talks about heartbreak, maybe even being backstabbed, a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow. In the reverse position, however, you're looking at a card that's a little bit different. You're looking at about forgiveness. So if somebody has hurt you, you're going to be able to forgive them. It's about also release. So letting go of that hurt that you may have, come across through other people or other things that just didn't go your way. And the last card this week is the Six of Cups. And this is a great card. It really talks about, childhood memories, a little bit of nostalgia, harmony. It also represents almost like donations, like charity, so giving back. So now if I look at all of my 3 cards together, what I'm gathering this week, you know what? And you may have come from a previous week or a previous month with a little bit of hardships, and you're going to go through that. Where are we here? That 5 of Pentacles in the reverse position, indicating someone's going to help you out. Someone's looking out for you. Okay. And then you're going to get that release that you need. So that could be that financial release. You may be able to pay some bills off now, because I know a lot of people are struggling with money. And then from there, you're going to go to the last, which is the Six of Cups. So you've learned that lesson. You've learned that someone, has been they've gave you gratitude. They've lent you a helping hand. And now it's your turn to kind of help back. So you're going to actually be kind to other people. And it may not be financially. It could be with words, or you could do something simple as opening a door for somebody. So you're going to return that favor. It's kind of an entire circle. You're closing that karmic circle. And I think this is a great reading for this week. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Kat?
Yeah, I would agree. I like that the first 2 cards you pulled are not nice cards when they're pulled upright. The fact that they were both pulled in reverse is sort of like there's hope. Okay, you may have had a step back, but there's hope. The reverse 5 of Pentacles tells us that there's loss, but it's time to rebuild. It's over. It's behind you. Now you can rebuild and regroup. And same thing with the Swords. It's like saying there's been loss, but it can be mitigated. It's not a devastating loss. It's the energy of those 2 cards is severely weakened when they're pulled in reverse. So they're good cards to pull in reverse and very encouraging. And then to see that lovely Six of Cups, which, nostalgia, it could also mean that there's a solution coming from your past that's going to help the situation at hand. Might be something from your childhood. So really good, really, really nice cards. And I think there's some interesting activity coming out of that for this week.
All right. Excellent.
So the cards I pulled, it was kind of interesting because not saying the same thing, but interesting. Pentacles seem to be the theme, the theme of the week. So this card I pulled in this upright position. So there may be some of you out there that are feeling a bit stingy, like you've got resources or finances and you're holding them close. You're not releasing them. You're not using them as you should. As we know, money doesn't have any value until it's being used. So while you're grasping it and keeping it close to yourself, it's not doing anything for you other than possibly creating some discontent and some misery. And you're not sure why you're feeling the way you are. But if you started, releasing and using your resources, it would free up that. It's almost like stagnant energy. The energy's not flowing. And like in Reiki, we look for that and we look for ways to get it moving again. So something is stuck for you for whatever reason. You're feeling a little bit like you want to hang on to things and not use them as you normally would, is the sentiment that I'm getting. And then the second card I pulled was the reversed 2 of Cups. So when you're not sharing and you're not playing nice, you often run into problems in relationships. So if this is resonating with any of you so far, you're probably not going to be too surprised that some of your relationships are struggling as a result of this not willing to play nice attitude that some of you might be taking this week. So that's coming up. But encouragingly, we have at the end of the week, or following these 2 cards I pull, this it's Ace of Rods, but Ace of Wands. So an exciting and creative new venture is coming up. And I guess if we can learn the lessons from this week that these other cards are teaching us, there could be some reward in that. How are you reading those, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of dead on, and I just want to add a layer to that because as you were speaking, something hit me. So your first card, I'm not sure if you mentioned, but it was the Four of Pentacles, okay? So that card really is all about almost like being stingy. So you're holding on to your money, you're not spending it, or you're holding on as much as you can because the cost of living and everything has skyrocketed. So you're trying to be penny wise, okay? And then you're moving into the next card, which was your Two of Cups in reversed. And the Two of Cups is about a love and relationship. So there's a good possibility that when it's reversed, there are struggles, exactly what Kat said. So maybe, if you're a couple and you guys are, pinching your pennies to try and afford to pay for your bills or whatever, it can cause tensions in the relationship, especially if you're used to going out to dinners on a regular basis and now you have to cut that out, right? Yeah. So that's, it's going to hurt. And then you get the last card that comes in, which is the Ace of Wands. And it's talking about creativity. So almost like new ideas. And I think what's going to happen this week, based on your cards, Kat, is people are going to find different ways of entertaining themselves that's not going to involve money. So I think, it makes perfect sense for what's going on in the world right now. A lot of people are doing this. Like, I'm doing it myself. We're trying to pinch our pennies. We're trying to come up with new ideas to entertain ourselves that doesn't cost anything or minimal. And that's going to help put that spark back in that relationship and flip that Two of Cups right side up.
Yeah. And it also, I think, reminds us to use our creative thinking, think outside the box, because things are, if you haven't noticed, the world is changing. Things are changing. And it's now we're going to have to, like we were talking about today during my Reiki class that I taught, these traditional skills. Every time I get together with people, somebody's trying, revisiting one of these traditional skills. And it seems like people are coming back to this. So perhaps this card indicates as well, just like a different way of thinking, a new way of thinking, but it may spur a project, or it may spur a new way of life or a new way of living in your day to day. I don't buy shampoo anymore. I've been making my own shampoo for months now. And it's just completely put me on a new trajectory because it got me trying other things. This worked well. Let's try this. So, and like with everything, you always choose your attitude. So choose an attitude of curiosity and see where a new way of thinking might take you. It could surprise you.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, I see a few more people join. Thanks for joining. We'll move on to the next part here. Now, if there's anyone currently on the live, which I know there are, but if you have a question that you might have come up with that you need an answer for, please just shoot it out in the chat. If you just wanted, a general reading, Kat and I can do that as well. We will pull one card for you and we'll see what comes up. So anything works. Okay, we've got Heaven on Earth Healing Center. If anybody has not checked that site out, please check it out. That's Rose, and she is phenomenal. Okay, she's got a question. Her question is, I'm looking to add on new course. First quarter, will I be using what will be taught aligned with my current path? Please pull for me. So I just want to make sure I'm understanding the question right. So you're looking to offer new courses in the first quarter of 2024, and new courses are going to be aligned with what you're currently doing in your path. Correct, Rose? All right.
So some help for Rose deciding about some new courses. Okay. Exciting.
Look at this, Rose. It's taking a while for your card to come out. Ooh, I got a couple here.
I got a couple too. They just jumped right out and fell on the floor.
All right. So you go ahead.
Off a proper table.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Look at that. So, Page of Rods. Didn't I get that? Didn't you pull that one for me the other day, Rose? I think you did. Page of Wands, or was it Page of Cups? I can't remember. It was a page. So looks like you're on the right track with that way of thinking. There's definitely something new brewing in there from a creative perspective, and whatever it is that you're thinking, you want to follow that thought. The page is saying go for it. The card, then there was another card. Normally I pull one, but this other one jumped in. It was the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So could it be that you're spinning your wheels and you're not focusing your energy in the right place? I'm wondering if you've thought of anything that you want to do course wise, and maybe you've put a lot of time and thought and effort into it. I'm wondering if that's maybe not the one you want to go with. This one's telling me that this, we know this is good when it's upright, but when it's reversed, it's a lot of work that's sort of not going to bear fruit. So yes, you're definitely, I guess it's like that fortune cookie that has conflicting fortunes in it. It's, on one side it's saying, yeah, go for it. On the other side, it's saying, I guess what I would take from this is if you find yourself spinning your wheels and working really hard on something, it may not be. I think what you're looking for is something that has flow. As you're moving into developing your courses and looking at your material, what's causing you to lose yourself in it? What's causing you to flow and just go? And rather than any kind of resistance that might be coming up, go with something that's easy. That seems to be you're seeing synchronicities and serendipities and things are working out as opposed to forcing it, if that makes sense. Do you add anything to that, Steve?
Yeah. So both the cards that came out for Rose are wands. So it really talks about fire, passion. You've got that fire going. There's no doubt about it. The first one that came out is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands really talks about challenge. So, it's almost like there's some kind of a conflict, some kind of a challenge going on. You have the courage, though. You have the strength, which is the next card, which is the Nine of Wands. So you have the strength. It seems like there's some kind of wall that's surrounding that project from taking off. Your drive is there. The passion is there. You have to set up some kind of boundaries, I think, if you want this to succeed. For some reason, something is telling me that this might be a joint venture with somebody, and which is why the boundaries thing keeps coming in my head. So I think you have to make sure that everybody knows what their role is supposed to be. But this is not going to be an easy project for it to take off. You're going to have challenges. Okay, so Rose wrote, I'm going to spend money purchasing to be taught. Thanks, Kat. Very interesting because you're reading on another question. And then she wrote, yes, makes sense.
Good.
Great. Yeah.
Good luck, Rose.
Yeah. I'm wondering, I'm just wondering if I know, now that you mentioned it, Rose, on the chat, I'm wondering if it's what I think I might come to my head. Okay, if there's anyone else on the chat that has a specific question, feel free to type it in the chat box, or if anybody wants just a generic reading, we can do that as well.
Absolutely. It would also be interesting to know, and maybe we can do this next week, the readings that we give. It'd be nice to hear from the collective if any of that is resonating with them.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that next week.
Yeah. And maybe we can start with a recap of last week and ask if anybody resonates with it. Because a lot of times when we do it, people forget. So maybe we'll start off with the recap. I think that would be, keep it short, but we'll see if anyone resonates with it.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. And we do, for those of you who follow us on Instagram, we do post a reel with the recap. Like, in case you missed it, here's what came up. So if you feel comfortable telling us on the live and you just want to send us a message about how that resonated too, be our guest. We love to get DMs.
Yep. So we do have another one. Just trying to see here if, okay, so, oh, here we go. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this right, Alesso. What was written here in the chat is, I'm leaving Canada to pursue a new career near the ocean. Will I be happy and successful? And thanks to yourself and myself. So I'm going to start off by saying, if you're near the ocean, girl, you're going to be happy. Let's put it that way.
You're going to be, if nothing else, you're going to be very well grounded. That's for sure.
Let's see what the cards have to say.
Let's see. For Alesso. Will Alesso be successful?
Cool. Interesting. I'm still shuffling. Nothing has popped out yet.
Okay. This one popped out for me.
All right. Maybe you want to start while I'm still shuffling.
I would say yes. Massive success. That's about as good a card as you can get for success. And it was pulled in the upright position as well.
What did you get?
This is the 10 of Cups.
Oh, yeah.
There aren't too many cards in the deck better than this one when it comes to success. So the Cups are the water element. They're governed by yin energy and receptivity, emotions, intuition. So all of the things that are drawing you to the ocean, it's going to be fulfilling, definitely fulfilling, just successful, but also fulfilling for your heart and soul. And it's a happily ever after card. That's what this is. So you're on the right track according to my cards.
Yeah. So the card that came out for me was the Six of Swords. Interestingly enough, the Six of Swords is someone on a boat sailing to smoother waters. Okay. Yep. So you're basically leaving, you're leaving the drama or the hardships behind you, sailing into something that you want to like explore and discover and move on. So my card really dictates that, you know what, your current status is you leaving. And I think Kat's card really dictates your, maybe when you land there, your future going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that makes sense. And I wish you the best of luck. Yeah, wish you the best of luck on your new endeavors. And hopefully you can tune in when you're from there as well and let us know how it's going.
Yeah, let us know. We'd love to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great card.
Okay. All right. I know a few others just joined. I'm just trying to scroll here to see if I've missed. Thank you both. Yes, it makes sense. Yay.
Nice.
Thank you. Yes. You know what? We like to hear, and it's not from an ego perspective, but we like to hear that the message we're giving people is resonating with them, because it makes us, in a sense, feel comfortable, and it keeps us going. It provides us that oomph to say, you know what? Yes, we're getting our message out there to people. It's helping them. And I think that's what it's really all about.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Anyone else on the chat? Feel free to just put a message up on the window, and we'll go from there. And I think while we wait for a couple of people to say anything, Kat, I know you just had Reiki. Was it level 1 that you taught?
We just did level 1 today. Yep. Level 2 is on March 17th. So if there's anybody out there that's done level 1 already and wants to join us for level 2, that'll be March 17th at My Blissful Lotus. And I also have a couple of online classes coming up on February 10th and 24th. I think they're Sundays. So I'm doing level 1 and level 2 respectively on those 2 days.
Perfect.
For anyone who joined in person and wants to try it online. Yeah.
Yay. It's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So I don't see any others that have come in, but what I will do is I think we should put this out there to the collective and just ask. And I'm going to say, you know what else would you like Kat and myself to do on this live tarot? If there's anything that comes up, maybe a different way of doing things or just a different activity, we'll be more than glad to hear any kind of feedback that you have. Just DM us and let us know.
Yeah.
All right. I think we will go from there. This is perfect. A half an hour, short and sweet and to the point.
Nice.
Okay, I will let you wrap it up, Kat, so you can have a few messages for the viewers.
Oh, sure. Okay. Well, I already talked about the classes that are coming up. The one in March will be at My Blissful Lotus, and that's at 1600 Gerrard Street East in Toronto for the in-person level 2 Reiki. What else can we talk about? I'm also going to probably be scheduling some animal Reiki courses. If there's any of you out there that want to learn how to work with animals and Reiki, it's a distinctly different type of energy. You do need the basic Reiki level 1 and 2 first before you can progress to the animal Reiki that I teach. But that is something that we'll probably be scheduling as well in the future on demand. So if you're interested in learning more about my courses, you can find them on wellearthholistic.com, where I outline everything and what it entails. And if you have any questions about any of it, just send me a message. You can call me or you can DM me with questions and I'll answer them happily and tell you whatever you want to know. So
perfect.
Yeah, I'd love to hear from you.
Yes. So we're just going to wrap up. Lisa, I saw you just joined. Thank you for joining. We're just wrapping up, actually. And that's it. So for myself, again, tarot reader, energy healer, and sound bath or sound session, or however you'd like to get to know it. I'm hoping to schedule one soon at My Blissful Lotus as well. We'll have a little small get-together, small gathering. And don't forget, I also do tea and tarot at My Blissful Lotus every second Wednesday of the month. And when that comes up, I will put it up on the Instagram.
So not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, I think,
Correct.
is when that next one is. Yeah. So that'll
okay.
be fun. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. And we will see you next Sunday.
Thanks, everyone.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.